Do you like it when people spread rumors about you? Not to mention rumors that are actually false. Well, I'm sure many of you went through this phase in high school where gossip runs everywhere among your classmates. I know I have, and it definitely sucks. Surprisingly enough, corporations do not like to have false information spread about them either. And this is what happened to the Toyota car company this year. I'm sure many of you know what happened to Toyota earlier this year. The company with a reputation of reliability was known to have a major recall of 1 million vehicles over sticky foot pedals that may lead to unintended acceleration. However, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to inform you that Toyota, like many of us, was a victim of false rumors. But instead of classmates, the persecutor is the American media. As a car enthusiast, I am interested in finding out the truth of this matter. So I dedicated an entire weekend researching about what really happened with Toyota. Today, I will talk about how Toyota's problem rose, what really happened, and why the media did this. Toyota's problem first started when, in August of 2009, a family of 4 crashed and died in a Lexus ES350 due to the car being unable to stop. Although Toyota responded to this event effectively, more news of Toyota cars having unintended acceleration problems rose, and resulting in Toyota recalling over millions of vehicles on January 2010. Despite the recall, Toyota denied having a problem with their vehicles. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, also known as the NHTSA, gave Toyota a $16 million fine, the maximum fine for any manufacturer for issuing a late recall. Toyota's news was in every single headline at this point. All the news corporations try to get any information on this news. The following video shows Southern Illinois engineering professor David Gilbert, who supposedly found why Toyota cars were found faulty.
Since the accelerator pedal position sensing is so important to this type of system, electronic throttle control system, that's where we begin. And first off, we introduce some different types of circuit resistances and faults.
Right now, he's talking about the computers inside the vehicle.
At some point, we discovered that we could, that I could introduce a compromised circuit. In other words, I could short those two together, and as a result of that, not set a diagnostic protocol. Therein lies the problem. If we have a circuit.
The truth is, the information in this video are false. Professor Gilbert rigged the car to move on its own. The media lied to its viewers. There was nothing wrong with Toyota or the cars. According to Autoblog, a website who did an extensive research on this news, wrote that there is nothing wrong with the cars. Although they said that the situation may be a factor, there is nothing that can prove that the computers inside the vehicles are malfunctioning. Ultimately, the previous problems may have been driver's error. Now you may be thinking, why would the media lie to us, their viewers? Well, the media likes to instill fear into the public in order to get more views. According to an article by Gavin DeBecker, a website with professionals from different fields, it said that although news was supposed to be correct and up to date, that they need to make it interesting as well. While still being professional, the news can alter the stories in order to push fear into their viewers. That way, suspense can be shown to the viewers, and thus attracting their attention. Today, I have talked about the events that led to Toyota's problem, the biased media, and the reasons for the media to skew us from the truth. I've come to the conclusion that we cannot take our media for granted and accept what they say for the truth.
This is my outline. Okay. Oh man, I forgot I was doing the cards, like half of it. When I went for it, yeah, I was like, oh shit. I was so into it, that's why I was so into it. Spider.
All right, I like the opening question and analogy. I thought it worked pretty well for the subject that you were talking about. Your goal is clearly stated, and I think you made a very good transition to the main point that you're talking about, and the preview was fine. The content, I thought it was a little bit underdeveloped because you seem to assume the audience's background on the subject. Early on you were doing okay, but once you got to the middle part of the speech, it just felt a little like things were not as clearly explained as they needed to be. For example, on the video that we're looking at, there's not much context on it, and then we don't get any follow-up information on it except your statement about it. So where is the proof, for instance, that the stuff that you say happened in the video, that you mentioned that he did some investigation and that he faked the investigation? Well, where's your proof on that? That's what we need to have in the speech. This is a pretty damning claim that the media is paying attention to this, and they ignored something that's pretty obvious. Well, where's the information that confirms that? On the visual factors on the presentation, usually purposeful when you're moving in the presentation. You had some limited indicators and gestures while you're speaking. I thought your eye contact was very good. You do, when you have to move back, it's for a short period of time and generally to look at the information. I still think you want to get away from backing up behind the counter there as much as possible. Your voice projects well. We had some awkward timing issues while we were waiting for you to get the video clip up because there are long periods of silence there. And like I said, it seemed a little bit threadbare at the end. The content of the speech doesn't follow through with what was coming in the first part. So the first part I thought really effectively developed the issue that you're going to talk about, and then your follow-through on it was not as strong, and the conclusion just seemed sort of abrupt. All right, thank you.